Okay, today I want to talk about a little situation I ran into with a customer return. Now, I didn't have no problem with the return, but what I did have a problem with is he opened a false return claim and then he gave me false feedback. He opened a claim stating item didn't come as described. Well, in my listing here, he stated that item, wasn't as described, but in the description, he was saying that the rod was broken and didn't come as stated. Well, the rod was missing 12 inches off of it, yes, but that's the way I listed it, and that's the way it is in the listing. As you can see here, is new, just missing 12 inches off the top of the rod. Modification description, missing 12 inches, please see pictures. Yeah, it's got me a little puzzled. So, on the false feedback, I had sent them several messages to eBay, and here are some of the replies I have gotten back. Well, first I'll let you see the description, or the feedback that he gave. Inaccurate description, very rude, not helpful at all. Okay, very rude, not helpful at all, fine, but inaccurate description is totally wrong, because it clearly states in my listing that there's 12 inches missing off of the rod. But here's what eBay states. Thanks for contacting us. You received feedback, and I understand how frustrating it is to get neutral feedback when you feel it's undeserved. We've looked into the feedback you received in this item, and it's allowed under our policies. We can't remove solely on the ground seller believes comment is untrue or undeserved. Based on what the buyer has said, it may be a good idea to look at your listing to ensure your descriptions are clear and accurate to avoid buyers from assuming. Now, how can you assume? Well, first, that's rude from eBay. How can you assume in my listing? How can you assume? In 3 different places, I've stated is missing 12 inches. It's in new condition, but is missing 12 inches. Here's another message from them. We've looked into your feedback and you received for this item, and it's allowed under our policies. It was the same thing as the other one. Yeah. And they state again, they state where I'm at fault here, and they say, check your descriptions and make sure they're clear and accurate. Delivery charges are clear, return policy is clear, there's no confusion about what item they are buying. Now, how in the world can you be confused on what item you're buying? Model stated, modification stated. I just don't get it. And eBay's allowing this, and they state that they won't remove it. And here's another letter. I've blanked out some information, like my eBay name and their eBay name for security reasons. But it says, thank you for contacting us today. My name is Marlon from eBay Resolutions Department. I'm the one who will assist you today. Hope you're doing well. As I can see on record, this is for Muse Gold fishing rod. Fall. I want to apologize as you find the previous email rude. About the negative feedback that you want us to remove. I'm sorry, since we can't I'm sorry that we can remove feedback, but with grounds, and your reason does not fall under these grounds. In this kind of case, we look first the listing that your buyer, which based on the listing that you indicated is new, just missing 12 inches off the top of the rod, which is also the same on the description. Well, yeah, Marlon, yeah, it is. Next time, you might describe the item thoroughly, every detail for your buyers to understand. Well, how is that not described in my listing, Marlon? Right there. Missing 12 inches, and you stated it in a message to me. Missing 12 inches, modification. Missing 12 inches in 3 different places, Marlon. And your buyer might be triggered on the email state that you stated you might want to check your reading skills. Yeah, I stated to my buyer that you might want to check your reading skills because he falsely opened a claim stating that I didn't describe that it's missing 12 inches off of the rod. Again, apologies that we can no longer do anything to remove the feedback, but you have the option to reply to it, which I already have. And the feedback won't affect your seller performance standards. Yeah, but it affects the fees, and it affects my account, which I don't really appreciate since it's false. And here's a printout of your seller performance and feedback policies that eBay gives from customer service. This is also in another message that they sent me, which states, we know that seller reputation on eBay is an important factor in helping build a successful business. For this reason, we always want your seller performance ratings and feedback to properly reflect the service you provide for your buyers, and we'll adjust these in situations where we find that you are not at fault. Now they're telling me I am at fault when I listed 100% what this is, gave 5 different pictures, gave 3 places in the listing for the modification. This is ridiculous. I've emailed eBay customer service 5-6 times every day for the past 3 days, and they've said the same thing over and over again. It's just making me frustrated at eBay, thinking maybe I should go somewhere else. Based on the information we have, we'll automatically adjust back to the seller performance feedback policy. They'll automatically adjust your performance ratings or remove feedback in some situations. You can also request a manual adjustment if you have any additional information that illustrates you were not at fault and when something went wrong. Well, I've asked them, I don't know, 12, 13 times now, and I've gotten back the same response. The buyer was correct. That's just ridiculous. I am so frustrated. I don't even know what to say. I mean, how can you not get that you're buying a modified item when it's listed 3 times and customer service tells you, oh no, it wasn't in your description? Man, come on, dude. Now, I strive to be the best seller I can be, but eBay just makes it really frustrating. Sometimes. For the most part, they're okay. And they do stuff for me that's good, but this time, eBay, you're wrong. And this whole COVID-19 thing is really screwing up eBay stuff. If you need help, there's hardly any way to get help. I'm just so upset. You tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching my video.